what's going on, guys? It's Mark back from Mark's Aquatics. Right, on this little episode, Flipper have kindly sent me a new algae scraper, okay, for my aquariums. But this is not any normal just algae scraper, okay? So if I turn it over, or I should say flip it over, we've got on the other side a lovely big optical grade lens, okay, for a view in your aquarium. And it's got the top half here which you hold, okay, and you rub that around, and obviously the inside piece there has got the coarse piece in, which will scrub all that algae off. Now these are absolutely fantastic. I've used Flipper aquariums magnets for many years, right from the minis right up to the big ones throughout my aquariums, and they've been absolutely fantastic. You know, the ones, if you've used them, you push them in and you turn them and they flip around the other way, and then you've got that scraping blade on one side, and you've got the acrylic scrubbing surface and the Velcro surface on the other side. Now these are really strong, okay. These are actually rare earth magnets, okay, which they've got in these, so they're super strong, okay. They're going to go right up to about 5/8 of an inch. That's about 16 mil glass that's going to hang on to, okay. The gap in between there, 16 mil or 5/8 of an inch, that's a good thickness of glass, and most of us haven't got aquariums that thick. And but this is going to be really interesting to show, because normally they sent this to me because of the reef that we're going to be doing in the workshop with them in my new coral room. It's going to be absolutely awesome in there for looking at all the zoas and the different types of acan corals and getting close up to fish, and little shrimps and little invertebrates and things in the aquarium. It's going to be absolutely spot on. Now I've seen other ones on the market, but they're silly priced. This, I've only found a couple on eBay, and I think they're working out around £30 without the shipping so far, which I think's a very good price for what it is, because it's not acrylic, it's glass. You've got a lovely sturdy glass. It's going to last a long time, and I can't wait to get this in the tank. Now with this one, guys, what you do is you put the actual, this side goes on the outside of the tank, okay. So your viewing window lens goes on the outside of the tank, and this part is your cleaning head that goes on the inside of the tank, okay. Like I said, you hold it there and then you just clean your glass as normal, and then once your glass is nice and clean, you can turn it up that way. It stays lovely and still, and you can stare away at all the tiny little microlife and different things in amongst your aquariums, whether it be freshwater or seawater. Now they don't recommend that you leave these in the tank for obvious reasons. You don't want these things getting bunged up, or any coral, especially in marine tanks. You've got to be very careful with any. I always remove cleaners. I never leave them in there. You see a lot of people, they leave them on the side or push them around the back. That I've never done before, because with a saltwater marine tank you will get coralline algae build up on these things, and especially if you've got an acrylic tank, then over time you start cleaning and you pick up something on there and it's going to scratch all your tank, and you're not going to be very pleased with that. So always, after you've done a nice clean, take it out, or a nice viewing, take these guys out, give them a good old wash off under, make sure you've got nothing like grit or anything stuck underneath them, so you keep them nice and clean, nice and dry. Put a bit of cardboard in between it, put it together for next time, and put it in your cupboard out of the way until you want to clean and view next time. And that's what I would recommend with these, definitely. And it's good for glass and acrylic as well, which is fantastic, because I've got my small shrimp tank which I made, which is acrylic, and we can give that a little clean. It's the one with the rainbow frine, and I thought that would be a really good place to try it out. I haven't got my marine system set up as yet, but I can't wait to get this in there and have a look around in there when that's all up and running. But I thought for now, we've got those little baby rainbow fish in there, and where I was trying to get some footage earlier with the with my camera, and it wasn't working too well, I thought this would be an absolutely amazing little thing to stick on there and really magnify all the fry that we've been bringing on in the workshop, so we can have a good look at them. And obviously once this is on, you can put your camera up to it. That's what I'm going to try and do when I go in there. I'm going to put the camera up to this. Once this is magnified it, I'm going to put my camera against it and see if we can get some super close-up shots and use this as a lens. And it's good, apparently it's good, from reading on the instructions there. It's got a photographic range, focal range of about 3 to 8 inches, okay. So that's pretty good. So that's going to go right back into your tank. Obviously the further back it goes, the more magnification, up to 8 inches deep in the tank, it's going to be magnified even more, okay. So sent me another type of scraper. Now this is an ingenious little design, it really is. It's got a nice semi sort of soft rubber handle to it, okay, nice fiberglass shaft on there, and a nice heavy duty, really strong plastic head. Now this is a super clever little design. Now what it does, it takes old credit cards, and as you can see, there's one which is exactly the same size as a credit card, okay, but you can cut yours to whatever size you want, or for the corners and different things. Now they've done this here, you can see on this flipper one that they've made on this side here, you've got quite a large oval there, and you've got a small normal corner there, okay, and obviously you can reverse these, you can use them this way, you can use them that way, you could use them that way. I think it's an absolutely ingenious little design, it really is, and that is going to peel any of that hard algae off the side of your tank, whether it be coralline algae or just normal green spot algae, normal biofilm that builds up in the glass. It's going to remove all that as well, so we can give that a go at the same time. It's really strong. I would say measurements wise it's about 17.5 inches long. There you are, about 450 mil on the old tape measure there, so you got a good length there to get in and to give it a good old scrape. I think that's a really clever design. We've all got old cards, or these old shopping points cards and different things that we use, and this is going to be absolutely amazing for that. And like he said, you can, like it says in the instructions, you can cut this to whatever size your tank is. Whether you've got a nice oval shaped glass tank on the sides there, you can cut it just to the side of that, so that we're just going to shave all that off up and down. Absolutely brilliant. Right, let's get these little gadgets into the workshop and get them in a tank and do a bit of scraping. Right, okay guys, we're in the workshop now, and I've just put it on the shrimp tank, just put it lower down. Now I've got a few snails on the glass here, and we're just going to use this just to take those off. Now I like to keep the sides of the tanks a little bit green for the you can see it pulling off that biofilm very quickly, and we can give it, you'll see it all come up in the water, but I'll keep the sides clean because of the shrimp. We don't mind a bit of green on the side, but you can see that coming off in the water, and all those shrimps are going to go crazy for that now. And like it said on the packet guys, it's good and safe for acrylic, which is what this tank is. So just go carefully up and down. I've got the fry in this tank, so I'm being very careful, going nice and slow. And that's doing a grand job, look at that. Absolutely brilliant idea that is, guys. I take my hat off to you. A very good idea. Now once that's settled in, now what I'll do is we can put that guy on there. Look at that already. That's amazing, the magnification you get. Now the reason why I wanted to show you this is because on the shrimp tank and the fry, which are up a bit higher, I'll get you in there in a minute. I'll just clean the glass and let this settle down for a second, and then we'll get back and we'll have a little look around, okay? Oh well, that's absolutely brilliant. Look at that guys, you can see those shrimp there swimming past, and then swimming past the lens, and it's really blowing them up lovely. That's absolutely brilliant, that is. I'm going to have hours of fun with that. You can see that little rainbow fish fry there as well. There's another one. Probably picking up those little bits of algae that were scraped off just now. There's another shrimp climbing up one of the rocks at the back there. He's just coming into frame. Look at the size of him compared to the ones on the front. That's just an idea of the magnification that we've got, and that's absolutely brilliant. This is going to be super good for looking and viewing buried shrimps, and also for taking light photographs as well. Like, we'll do that in a second. And alright guys, we'll give you a little viewing now of the old flipper magnifier on that little leaf there. So we'll go up to there. We're already magnified, and wow, look at that. That is really blown. That's just a normal Samsung S9 Plus camera that I use for all my videos, and that has really blown that shrimp up. I could probably get even closer. Look at that, that's fabulous. So if you want to do some close-up work on your corals, guys, if you've got your own YouTube channels, or you just want to have a little curiosity look in your tank, I highly suggest you pick one of these up, because once you set this up and zoom it up on a little tripod outside, you've got double that magnification, and that is absolutely brilliant. Look at that. I mean, there's so many things. I know people can say you can hold a magnifying glass in front of it. You could, but then again, you've got the wobbliness, it doesn't clean your glass at the same time, and you're not going to keep it like as still as this and move it all around while taking pictures at the same time. So it's a really handy little piece of kit to have in your armoury if you're an inquisitive little guy like me and you like looking into your tanks and seeing what's really small and lurking in there. And especially with the shrimps, guys, you can, as you know, you can place a nice big piece of food here, or even on the glass inside, or a little bit further back to gain your magnification, and you know your shrimp are all going to congregate to it, and you can have some really good shots. Really happy with that, guys. Really am happy with that, and I can't wait to get that into my marine setup when that's all done, so I can have a look in there, and people, my mates that come round, can have a look in also. And they're on eBay. I think there's a couple. I'm not sure if these are available in the UK yet, but I'm sure I'll send them the link to this video when it's out, and I'm sure they'll comment on anything that you guys need to know. But I know they're available in the US. That's, I think, where the two eBay sites are that is selling them at the moment. But they're absolutely brilliant. So between this and this, you are not going to go far wrong, because you're never going to have to buy blades again, when all you've got to do is just get yourself an old credit card, an old club card, anything like that, slide it straight in there, cut it with a pair of scissors to whatever shape your tank is, and you're away, and you've got blades free for life. And this is super strong. That's not going to break with that fiberglass handle. So that is two very exceptional designs there, guys. Definitely Marks Aquatics approved. And I think on that note we will leave it there. So a big thank you to Flipper for sending me these. Okay, and as always, you're all stars. Go and check these out, pick yourself up a couple of these, and you won't be sorry, that's for sure. And as always, you're all stars. Love you loads, take care, and I'll see you on the next episode of Marks Aquatics. Bye for now.
Just me and my guitar.